Alrighty guys, Hayzink here. Welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. No idea why I'm deciding to talk like that, but we're here to talk about the turtles again. But this time we're going to show you, well, I say we, I think I'm Venom or something, talking in the third person. I'm going to be showing you just how much this man can cook. This man, Leo, how much he can cook against bosses, okay? So for this one, I'm going to be actually showing you what he can do against a particularly hard boss, a boss that a lot of people usually struggle to get points against, and that is going to be Virgil, okay? So you can see here, now I've seen better scores than this with this team, and yeah, I'm going to see if I can improve my score, because the team that I've seen who have a higher score has about 10 levels on me. I don't know how much difference that would make to the actual overall total, but so far I've been able to get 1, 2, 3, 5 million, billion. If you look at the breakdown, you can see that it's pretty much all coming from our boy Leonardo, right? Now if I put V Vega on this team, you don't get anywhere near that amount. In fact, I mean, I'll probably just show you for a comparison. I mean, we guess we could do the exact same team, just use V Vega and see what he does. In fact, let's do that first. Let's see what we get if we use V Vega instead of using our boy Leo. So take Vega out of this, and we will throw him on to here. We'll keep the parameters exactly the same. I'll even keep the timing the same. So, let's see what we put up for a score here. All the gear, there's nothing changed. He's maxed out with gear and he's got a lot more on him than Leonardo does. He is fully level 100 on soul power. He is level 38 on fighting spirit, whereas Leonardo is nowhere near that. So let's just see what kind of damage we can get here. I've not even tried this, so it may end up turning out to be fantastic. I don't know, but see what kind of damage we can get. Nah, we're clearly not going to get the same amount of damage. Right, so you can see there we got about half a billion. So quit out, waste ourselves some tokens. And rather than just show you my replay, let's see if I can do it just now, right? Now this team is quite a specific build, right? Once I do the score, we'll alter it a little bit and we'll see if you can have a little bit more flexibility in the team building here, right? So what we'll do is we will obviously take our boy Leo, we'll throw him into here, and you can check fighting spirit 30, all cars. Obviously missing Mikoto here to give us a wee bit more power, but he's still got a reasonably good amount of power. If I go and check him out here, you'll see he's got 73 million. Just for clarity, my Vega's got 83. So there's a big difference between those two characters, right? So let's see what we can produce, right? So we'll let this one run. I'll speed it up a bit just now till I get to the window of when I'm going to attack. And we'll see just how much Leo can cook, right? So I'm going to go now. I mean that timing might be slightly off. I'm not 100% to be honest. I'm kind of thinking about messing with it a little bit, but problem is I don't really want to sit and waste gems, because the rewards at the end of it, if they don't outweigh the gems you're spending to take a shot, then why are you spending the gems to take a shot? It makes no sense to do that. So I don't like to try to beat scores in things just for the sake of a pissing contest. Okay, so that was what, a billion? So that was double that Vega score. Quite quickly as well, it was double that Vega score. So we'll leave there. Try it again. We'll see if we can get a better number. So again, I'll maybe change my timing slightly. So there you go, I've changed my timing slightly. I mean, you guys might not even have noticed I changed my timing there, but that's kind of how this game works. Like, sometimes you are talking fractions, you're literally just changing a slight bit within the second you attack, and that alters the entirety of your timing on the attack, and it can vastly affect your score output as well. So you've got to be really cautious when you're experimenting, but you should always experiment with your timing, because again, it is going to ultimately be what drives you to what I've just done there, which is set my highest score. So very quickly, I'm just going to finish this run. I'm not going to like keep it on camera for you guys. I'm going to finish this run so it banks it. I'll be right back. So we can go ahead now and see the breakdown of that. Leonardo, 1248 million. 4 times and 5 times, so you didn't even do that many combos, and you got quite a good result out of them. So I'll do it one more time, and then I'll just change it somewhat. But again, you can obviously see here that Leonardo is definitely a solid option when it comes to bossing. Now, I think that is ultimately going to be his strength, okay? He is good in PvP, he is not Vega good in PvP, okay? When it comes to PvP, people just need to stop trying to debate this one. Vega is definitely better than Leonardo when it comes to PvP, okay? When it comes to bossing, however, I'm kind of leaning towards, on the right builds, on the right setup, that Leonardo is probably the better option when it comes to bossing. And I've heard people say some things like, oh, if a unit's just geared towards bossing in the current game, he's not as useful. I don't know, that's the hottest take I've ever heard, to be honest, because like the best rewards in this game come from bossing. So you see there, I changed my timing just a tiny little bit, and it screwed up the entire run with regards to points. But yeah, I completely disagree that bossing isn't something that matters. Like, there's free-to-play options that will get you by, but they're not going to set the type of scores that you need to actually like win any prizes or get any good rewards from the game. If you can get units that can like elevate you to scores of like 1 billion, 1.5 billion on one of your second or your third team, that is something that could totally help you outpace the person in front of you and put you into getting rewards that you maybe previously wouldn't have been able to achieve. So I do think that, especially with how, I don't want to say easy, because easy's probably the wrong word, but with how good these banners are with regards to the pity and the fact that you're getting 2 units, and these 2 units synergize so well and they work so well together, I do think that going for Leonardo and Michelangelo is a no-brainer, because the damage output you're getting from these guys on the right bosses, okay, is just phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. Like everything else though, you kind of need to, you know, work at it. You've got to figure out the right team comps, the right stages, or the right bosses that they're going to work against, because they're obviously not going to work against every boss. That's the thing. Some bosses they will do very well against, because the boss might be a bit more static, but then other bosses they might not do so well against. So I'm just going to try one variation, because a lot of people won't have Fashion Ryu. I'm curious to see how Goen does if he's in the place of Fashion Ryu, because we're using Fashion Ryu for his combo too. But we are going to lose out on healing here, so maybe it'll even itself out, I'm not sure. But we're pretty much going to do the same thing, except we are simply going to use Goen to give us some shield and the potential to revive. Problem is, if Goen dies early, the run's over. So let's go, let's try it. I just cocked it up straight away. It's fine. We should be able to recover from that, but we want to use Michelangelo's C1, Goen, hit you with that, get a bit of the healing on the go, another rump with Goen, bit of shielding, bit of revival. I'm really not getting gauge here, that would have been nice to have that faster. Goken's gone. The numbers are like, I mean, the numbers were down significantly, but I did do that one where I cocked it up a little bit. So because I'm doing it as Goen, I will just do one more attempt and then we'll call it. But if we just, I'm curious to see how high you can push this. I don't think this will work, right? I really don't think this will work. But we're going to give it a try. So I am going to slightly alter the plan here, just a little bit, just to see if we can push the needle a little bit on the numbers. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm not sure this is going to do anything, but we'll see, right? So do this. I've got a funny feeling that poison will just die very quickly, but you never know. This could end up being a worldie of a score, although I doubt it. That's just experimentation to see how flexible you can be with units, you know. Okay, so now, right? So let's just see if we can get any kind of results from this. I mean, again, I doubt it because I think poison's probably going to die very quickly. Okay. Up you. Nah, everybody died really quickly. Right, so you obviously really do want to be running both of the brothers, and ideally this would be what you would run if you could. So as you can see, against one of the harder bosses that, to be honest, you don't often see scores going over 1 billion on. To see scores going up towards 1.5, I've seen 1.7. This is obviously a comp that is pretty damn good. The reason for it is, in this particular setup, it's a combination of damage resistance being reduced on the boss. Along with that, you're getting healing from Ryu. You're obviously getting increased dodge and things like that because of Mikey. My Mikey has not got his cars, which would make a humongous difference. I can tell you that right now. It would make an absolutely massive difference if I had these cars. Unfortunately, I don't. But you can see here, I think I've just busted that high score again. I think we just set the high score again. Maybe that's like 1.4 billion or something like that I got there. So obviously you can see that Leonardo, top bosser, he's going to be, depending on the boss you're facing, I expect to see him showing up in leaderboards quite a lot in the not too distant future. And the good thing about that team I just showed you there, none of that team takes up units from this team. So it would be a team that could run completely independently of this team, meaning you could have two really high scoring teams and you've still got V Vega. So you've got 3 teams immediately that could do really well for you in bosses. So anyway guys, let me know what you think. Does this impress you? Does it make you think a little bit more, oh yeah, I want some Leo in my life? Or have you already had that slice of pizza and you're waiting for the next course? Let me know in the comments down below. I've been Hayzink and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.